It's a little bit of a different kind of stream. We're going to be trying out this music software called Roly Equator 2. I have not even opened this yet, so we're going to be trying it. So we might be able to get it working, and it might be a crap show. So we'll see. This is how this is a kind of MIDI controller I'm using to play expressive sounds and stuff. So I'm going to see if we can throw on a lute preset so that we can play and write some lute music for our video game here. So I think I'm going to skip that and see if we can't figure anything out. Okay, so we've got that's right off the bat. This is this stereo motion wavetable pad. Is that what this is? So we're gonna, and we might go ahead and just mute our Sonic Pi altogether so that we can really just hear the music that we're on here. So what's interesting about this MIDI controller is that it's got what they call 5-dimensional touch. So it's got if you touch it normal, right? It's got if you touch it in between keys. So it can kind of like bend, and then how hard you press is also another factor, and then how fast you release is another factor. So I want to go and see if we can find where our, oh, here we go. So we can click a bunch of different things here. I know there's a lute I was interested in. This is it. Antiquity Heart Lute. This is what I was looking for. So right off the bat, it's maybe a little too reverby, right? So like, I've never done this software before, so I don't know how to actually tweak this kind of stuff, but this is fun to kind of work on. Let's see here. See, like, I don't like this. Maybe that's what I'm not liking, is the press. I don't know if we can take, I don't know, there's like some curves here, there's some, just shoot it. I don't know what this is, but this is cool. It looks like this is the kind of sample. Yeah, I've got no idea how this stuff is working. See, this press is what I'm not liking so much. Because like how hard I press is another thing that's coming out. So maybe we just kind of take that down. So hear that? Like this is the power of like this. You can't get this on a normal MIDI keyboard here. Like if we have something like this, every key is mapped, right? There's like you can have it where you could do like a pitch bend on this thing so that you can kind of bend it in between notes. But you can control the pitch as you play it with this thing by pressing and wiggling it like that. So it's more like an acoustic instrument, like a violin or something. So I like that the press is now less, but there's still like some amount of reverb I'm not liking. It's like a reverb that I'm not liking so much. I've got, so like this is your kind of basic synth controls here. So I know what this is like. A is for attack. So it's like how fast until it gets to its peak volume. Decay, which is how long it takes to fall to its sustained value. And then S for sustain, which is how loud you're going to sustain that value before the release, which is R. So the ADSR, I'm kind of understanding. But I'm not hearing where the reverb is coming from. It could be in an LFO over here. Let's see. I don't know if these are triggered on or off. Oh my goodness. I didn't know I could do that. Okay. All right. So yeah, this is a learning experience. So yeah, I ended up getting, this has been on my list to get for quite a while. I've had this little keyboard for a couple years, and they came out with this Equator 2, and I ended up seeing like on a whim a Instagram ad for it, and they were playing like lute sounds, and I was like, what the heck? Like I need that. So they had a spring sale this past week, so I ended up picking it up, and since I already had the other software that goes with it, I was able to snag it for like $90 or something, as opposed to $250 if you buy it right off the bat or something. But since I got it discount because I bought their keyboard first, and then another discount because it was just an upgrade, and I had the original software. So it looks like there's an EQ, but it was all the way down. Well, see this, oh, here's this big reverb. There's still like a kind of high-pitched string on top. Maybe it's this chorus. No. Yeah, it is that I'm not liking. But does that mean we can turn this off? Okay. Because I can still hear it, even though it's at the very bottom here, I can still hear those parts. Okay, yeah. So I don't know how to use this program, obviously. But I figure it's kind of a fun thing to try, because yesterday we were doing like just some code deleting. I thought it might be fun to kind of switch it up. I don't know how to reset this thing. Okay, let's go back to maybe that's it, the string ensemble sustain. Okay, so maybe we just turn this down. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I still like it, but I like it turned way down, so. There's like a weird kind of no, it's hard for me to hear. Are the sound levels coming in okay for you guys on stream? Is that like, is it way too quiet or too loud? It is cool that I've got the waveform behind me reacting to the waveform of the output. So like, I think that's cool, but. So there's one more step to this where it's like, we want to be able to loop a certain part so that we can play like a bass line, then a melody. So I'm wondering how we can, I don't know if this program can handle anything like that. And normally what I would do is I would just record it in OBS and then pipe it over to Premiere, but I'm using OBS right now. So I'm not sure how we might do that. I'm gonna Google if there's any kind of looping in Equator 2. I would feel like it would be able to do it. There is a loop. It looks like there is a way to do it. Well, just like programming where it's like the best thing instead of just guessing random crap, just read documentation for a bit, try to get an idea. It sounds so empty with no music, man. Okay, I didn't see anything about looping actually. It really needs the ability to set loops within an oscillator. I don't know, I might just have to figure this out on my own or once, well, no, I would like to. I wonder if Audacity can record the sound from our computer here. Um, I don't know. Let's see if Audition has got it. Yeah, I would normally just kind of screen record it in OBS and then pull it into Premiere to loop it, but we got to figure something else out on stream here. Let me see. I'm going to pull back our at least a little bit while we were working on this. So it's like we want a let's see if we can record. Test, test. Test. Looks like it's coming in from my mic. So let's go ahead and see if we can set our audio to be, yeah, not line in or I don't know if we can record the output of our computer as an input into Audition here. Let's see. Test. Test. Looks like it's still my mic still. I don't know how I would do this. really want the ability to loop some stuff so that we can play around a bit more in different octaves, because I've only got the one little this thing, which is like an octave and a half. So it doesn't leave a lot of room for me to be able to mess around. I don't know how to go about this. I don't think there's a loop system inside. What the heck was that? Sorry, guys. I don't know how to get it. I really like this lute sound. This will be really great for just like imagining like the title screen. We should look up some real lute tunings too, so that we can get like the proper down string strum. Yeah, let me look up what the I know there's a video about Nigel North saying how he tunes his lute. Yeah, this is the video. I don't want to play it since I upload stuff to YouTube. I don't want to get kind of flagged, but I don't know if we can. Maybe if we turn up our music enough, it'll cancel out the Nigel North stuff. Let's see here. Because I know he mentions it in his video. Let's see here. This is the man. This is the man right here. I know he mentions the tuning.
And this one, which was the largest it ever got during the time of Bible, an important instrument then, and he knew how it worked. For the tuning of it, this is actually tuned in a chord.
Okay.
D minor.
I gotta write this down.
F, D, A, and then
D minor starting in F. Gotta write this down. Oh, really? Really? Okay.
F, D, A, and then from there it goes down in a scale, and the pairs of strings are tuned in octaves.
Okay.
Slightly out of tune. And that happened throughout the lute's history, that when to give and instead of letters, symbol for each place of the lute.
Okay, so he said it's tuned in D minor, and I know there's a part where he says
and this one
they're tuned like two semitones two semitones
around
lower as
1500,
well.
it was like a 12-string guitar, just had 6 pairs. And this one, which was the largest it ever got during the time of Bach, it's got 13 pairs of strings. And
Wow.
it's likely that Bach didn't play the lute. It's tuned in a chord of D minor, starting with an F. This is actually tuned in a chord. He knew how it worked.
I swear, there's
For
a
the
part.
tuning of it, this is actually tuned in a chord.
I swear, he says it's like either 1/2 step lower than normal, or 2 semitones. I don't exactly remember, but at least for now, we've got the tuning. So the tuning is actually a D minor, so it's. And I can't even play all 6 because we don't have enough room on our keyboard here. But if we start it at A instead of F, so that's his kind of D minor tuning, right? So that's like a strum. I'm really happy with this lute sound. This is exactly what I was hoping it would be. Yeah, I really do need to figure out how we can get this looping. And you know what? I might be able to use my OP1 here to get it looping. Let me see if I can figure that out here. Let me see. So I've got this synthesizer that it's got some inputs and outputs for audio. So I'm thinking we might be able to input our loop sounds, and then this has got a little tape track on it that we can just like record to and then loop and then play around with. But this is probably going to require some more configuration than I can pull off on stream competently here. So yeah, it might take more configuration than I can pull off right now. But this is a really cool little synthesizer that I can plug in an audio input as well as an output, so we could be able to see. And the difficult thing is like I want to be able to hear it through my speakers, but I also want the stream to be able to hear it. So I'm not sure how we would pull this off. I might have to take a day of testing to see how we're going to get this kind of stuff working for stream, because I think it would be cool to be able to just kind of write our music for the game here on stream live. Because right now I don't know of a way to get us to be able to loop things. So that's the issue here, because I just want to get loop things and we can try to play around and try to find chord progressions we like and melodies we like. And it's a little limiting with just the 1.5 octaves we've got here. This is really cool. This is exactly what I was hoping for when I bought this plugin, was this Antiquity Heart lute. Let's hear what this Antiquity Resonance lute sounds like. Okay, well, composite acoustical guitar. Dark Emotion strings. Is that D minor chord? That's some death music right there. Okay, honestly, I'm really happy with the lute, Antiquity Heart lute. So I am curious what these all sound like, but I probably won't mess around too much on stream with it. Oceanic harp. Okay, well, there's a ton of stuff in here. This is really cool. Ambient dulcimer. Wow, it doesn't sound like a digital instrument at all. It sounds like a real freaking thing. I like this one. Obo Saram? It's like mysterious force music. I like that one a lot. This Obo Saram is really cute. Nope, nope, nope. Not that, not that. It sounds like someone like breathing inside a melodica but trying to not make any sounds. Like, I just imagine, like, this is what, like, a clown would play when he's, like, actually crying. That one's pretty cool, too. Aftermath Orchestra. So Rolly makes like a full-size keyboard of these things, which I would really like at one point in my life. It's just that it's hard because it's like all my muscle memory is for on a real keyboard. So when I'm trying to play on this tiny thing, it's hard for me to get those same kind of muscle memory back. This one is really interesting. I think if we tweak some of the stuff here, this could be really good. Because the press has a lot of interesting texture there. This kind of like ambient. Yeah, that one's interesting too. What was that other one? Oh yeah, that Alto Obokasoram. That I like that one a lot. Wow. The sound quality is so good on these. Like, it doesn't sound like a distorted sample. It sounds like a real instrument. Hey, Ktronics, how's it going, dude? How you been? Today's not so much a programming day. It's a mess around for music for our video game kind of day. There's a whole video game category here. Oh, well. Oh, dude, and that was just the acoustic stuff that we put on. Whoa, I wonder... Okay, so this is all the video game stuff. Let's see what this is sound like. Wow. What's the I got to like pull some old Pokemon melodies out of my brain right now so I can try to play some. Yeah, I'm doing well, Ktronics. I hope you are too. I hope you're staying busy and getting good work done. 8-bit square sim. Run, Mario, run! That one's too, it's too like, it's too percussive almost, like it has too many... Let me look up what the sheet music for the Great Fairy Fountain here. It looks like we've got B flat. Here, let's see this. So our key signature has got a B flat and an E flat. I just don't have enough room. I don't have enough room on the little keyboard here. Slide for intensity. That's weird. Synthesized cricket effect. Weird. Yeah. I'm kind of interested in this one. This one reminds me of some. This one reminds me of some like Pokemon Gold and Silver vibes. Let's see. I'm trying to find the theme. Like I can't even think of one Pokemon melody off the top of my head right now. But like, if we could figure out. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of even one off the top of my head. So like if we were to do instead of the high fidelity lute and we wanted to go 8-bit, I would, or like, you know, more kind of classical style. I think something like this would be what we end up tailoring our lute sound to. I mean, we would round it out so it doesn't sound so on or off. I mean, that makes sense that would sound like that. Because yeah, like look at the waveforms are just these square waves. Okay. So I do like the 8-bit octaves. I wanna freshen up on some old Pokemon melodies so that I can recreate some and play around. And I want to figure out how we can get stuff to start looping so that we can just set like a baseline and then we can play melodies and experiment. And then we also want to set some kind of workflow for us to be able to kind of like record and kind of place as a sort of here's an example of what title screen melody might sound like, or here's a bunch of sounds that I like for the encounter music, or stuff like that. So like just a way to kind of be able to take our ideas and kind of store them somewhere. So like we might just export like a bunch of different files once we get to it, but I'll look into how to export sounds and recordings from here. I don't know if I can actually do that, so that'll be some of my homework. And I do have to I think I'm going to be shifting my streaming schedule a bit because I've got class coming up, and if I do, I've just got homework and stuff to do during the week, and when I get home, you know, I've got to cook dinner. So if I I never end up cooking dinner before stream is the thing. So I'm thinking I'm gonna scoot stream up just a bit, like maybe 6:30 to 7:30, and instead of doing 2 hours, I'm gonna only be doing 1 hour or so until I'm done with my coding bootcamp, because it's just going to take a lot of consistent effort, and Twitch takes a lot of consistent effort, so I've got to kind of split my time when it comes to that. But this is really fun. We don't have anything to commit today, which is okay. It's just that we're working on, you know, these new sounds that I was actually really excited about for our game, and I bought it specifically for our lute sound that I can't even find anymore, but where is it? It was under acoustic. Do we have favorites? There it is. So yeah, we like this. And then we like when we take off the chorus sustain, the string sustain, and not take it off, but actually just lower it to be a lot quieter. So yeah, there's going to be a mini game in our game where you play the lute in order to, you know, it's like you unlock, you're going to get to a spot. You're going to get to a spot in your game where you find some ancient sheet music, and it's going to be, if you guys imagine like Guitar Hero, where it's like you've got different frets to press, it's going to be like that, except in Guitar Hero when you play the wrong notes. Did you just crap out on 500, aka Bob? If you play the wrong notes on Guitar Hero, nothing comes out. So, hey, Real Rev, good to see you, dude. How are you doing? We're making some music over here, and aka Bob's losing a bunch of money. But, oh, it's so cool to see Typhlosion over here. That is awesome. But yeah, I'm wrapping up stream. I've got to cut my streaming times down because I'm in class now, so I won't be able to stream 2 hours like normal. And I might kick up my stream to 6:30 to 7:30 or so that I can actually cook dinner and have some quality time at night before I do my homework, because I have got a big workload coming up here. But I still want to keep streaming as much as I can. It'll just be shorter bouts. But yeah, we're working on some music, Real Rev. We got this Antiquity Heart lute sound. So like the difference between my game and Guitar Hero 2 is like, I mean, obviously we're gonna have to piece together a prototype to see, but I want it to where, like, if in Guitar Hero, if you hold the wrong fret and you play a note, it'll just sound awful. But what I want to do is actually have, there's going to be frets and strings, so you can just play the strings, and whatever string you play will come out the right string that you're pressing. But I also want it where if you're holding a fret, the highest number fret that you're pressing will determine what note comes out of the lute. If you're just in kind of free mode, I'm calling it, or whatever, where you can just whip out your lute and play music, which I don't know of a game that lets you just kind of mess around and play in real music like that. So this is kind of interesting to me to allow kind of free reign of just playing different songs. But then part of the game is unlocking certain biomes by finding some ancient sheet music, essentially, that tells you how to play. And then once you play those things in certain areas, it'll unlock certain spots in your biome. And there's going to be some stuff with that where it's like, since I can't make a full-fledged loot on programming here, we have to come up with some creative liberties how we're gonna present the actual loop music for being played. So I've got a couple ideas about that, but we're gonna have to ultimately just draft a couple of examples and see what works and what doesn't work for our game, because it's like we can't have it where you only play, where the sheet music that's coming out is going to be every single note you can play naturally, like in free mode. Free mode's a little more limited because we need different octaves and ranges and stuff for the different music tracks. So we're going to have to be able to figure out like if we can pre-program like the real correct song, and then we program, you know, if you hit the correct button combo, then the correct next note will come out. But otherwise, if you play a note that isn't in the string, then whatever string you're pressing and whatever fret you're holding, that's the note that's going to come out. So instead of Guitar Hero, where it sounds like clinky clanky whenever you mess up the notes, it's going to be like a real note that's coming out based on the real string and fret you're holding, but it's not going to be the correct necessarily note for the song when you're reading the sheet music, or whatever we call our music on screen. So I don't know what that looks like yet, but we'll have to mess around with it. I think my current plan is to kind of like record some of these sounds, and we'll get the tuning. So Nigel North had it D minor tuning, but his last four notes were octaves, so his last four notes could be those notes. So we'll have to simplify and kind of turn it into our own kind of toolkit. You know, we'll have to have some bass strings, and I'm thinking, you know, we'll have 6 strings and then maybe up to 5 frets or something, and then we'll see what we can get in like a free mode with that loop music. And then who knows, maybe we'll have it where you actually have to play like the real actual notes coming out, or you play like a simplified version of the tab, and as long as you hit the right button combos that we decide, then the right final music notes will come out. It's all just like an idea in my head right now, but we're going to be working on that. Probably not in the too distant future, because this is a big part of the game that I want. As weird as it sounds, you know, we're like a top-down exploring game, but I really want to. The music aspect has been a big part since the beginning, so I want to get into that, even if we just have a 6-string prototype where only a simple sound comes out. But we're going to start implementing that. But yeah, I'm going to call it a night for tonight. We have no git commit, unfortunately, but I will work on getting looping working either in Equator or in my OP1 or in Adobe Audition or Premiere or some kind of way, so that we can actually experiment a little bit more with melodies and then record stuff and save it. That was a good catch. So that we can ultimately build out what the soundscape for our game will look like. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Do you guys want to raid a programmer or an art streamer? We can raid Saltamanga if you want, or there's another JD Does Dev who was in here yesterday. We'll send you guys over to Salto. He did the artwork for my channel here. So he actually drew this. I commissioned this from him, from Sekiro. So he's doing a stream, an art stream where you can join and draw with him if you want. But he's always a good time. So thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you later. Thanks for watching.